Thanks, Old Man Diesel.
I am Old Man
for
Diesel.
that little interlude.
God, I just realized that was 20. That was like what, 22 years ago.
Most people watching the stream right now probably have never seen a Super Nintendo in their life, a real one. Not the classic, although I probably haven't seen that either because I mean, like, they're really hard to find.
I bet I make you feel young. All right, so we are underway here. Smashville and a quick lead for Dan, 50% getting out there. The biggest thing to notate, I suppose, in this matchup is the cape. That's where you will see some of the most wonky things happen. Mario has the ability to cape the Lloyd Rocket back into the face of Villager. He can technically cape slingshot bullets, I believe.
Yes, you can. This is I really like playing this matchup myself when I come up against a Villager, because many Villagers, especially at like the lower to mid level, they love to do the drop down, jump up, slingshot at the ledge. And you know what beats the snot out of that is cape. Yep. Just kills them.
Yeah, cape's always the X factor. When Dan gets in, it's not too hard for him to put a lot of damage on if he can get like a down throw. Villager is at that weight and that floatiness where he doesn't have a lot of places to go. But Panda Bair is not somebody I would ever count out in the matchup. He certainly has his little utilities that he will do. Bowling balls will kill you so early if he can catch you with one of them. Oh, wow, that was risky. He was looking for the triple turnip on the Mario up smash attempt. Didn't get it, but still caught the very edge of the hitbox with it to save himself from an instant death.
But the forward smash, we saw how many stocks that took for Dan in the winner's side of bracket. Gonna be working out here in losers semis.
Yeah, he's trying to turn himself into the ally of forward smashes. Nothing wrong with that if he gets the job done. Looking good today.
I mean, how many tournaments did I won? Quite a few.
Quite a few. Oh, the Lloyd Rocket connecting. All right, smart from Dan, recovery-wise. Panda will throw out bowling balls forever because he knows if he hits one, you're going to die at like anywhere past 55% practically on an edge guard.
Super Jump Punch does go through that if you time it right, but if you mess it up, you're just going to kind of eat a bowling ball to the face and die.
All right. High recovery, really smart there from Dan. That's the other thing the cape does, is if Villager tries to do something. Ooh, catches him on the platform. Hits him with the taunt, too. Oh, I love watching Panda play.
You don't want to play chicken with Villager on that platform on the side.
We do not get enough taunts in this scene, or in any scene. There needs to be more taunting. But yeah, the cape will also, when Villager approaches, if he tries to do like a walk-up or a cross-up, if you cape him, they have to keep moving the other direction, so it also saves you. Oh, the bowling ball hitting.
Caught his tippy toes.
It did. And now Mario's suddenly at 42%. Not a whole lot, particularly when Villagers hitting over 100 here. He's got a lot of ways that he can take a stock at this percent.
I think Dan's just going to keep taking his time. Like, when you're this far ahead is an easy way to lose to Villager. It's because Villager does have some crazy rage scaling comeback things, but grab is not one of those.
It is not, and that forward smash again with the punish. Dan actually rolled his eyes there. I think he was glad he didn't get grabbed. Because the grab could have led to some crazy things there with the max rage Villager. Tree was starting to come out, you had bowling ball.
It would have put him in a bad situation to like fall victim to like one of those trees or bowling balls at the ledge. And that's exactly how you don't want to die. You don't want to be like, man, I was like 60, 70% ahead on Villager, then I got hit in the face with a bowling ball and died at 60. So good on Dan for avoiding all those tricky setups. That is how Panda wants to get his come-from-behind victories. Yeah. So here we're going to Lilat. Panda loves picking this stage.
He does, and this is best of 5, so you're going to see some different stages very likely. But Dan, once again, opening out a game, not getting touched by bunches of Villager projectiles, which is really good when you start at 0 and get a decent amount on your opponent, as those combos, wow.
And finishing up with the super jump punch, I love the way that Dan's combo tree works out here against Villager, because it's not, like, he has the right weight to combo, but he does have one of those frame 3 nairs and just some other quick disjointed aerials he can throw out to disrupt. You have to change your whole combo flow chart. Use more of those up airs, even though they're not as much damage as maybe like a nair or down air to re-grab.
Villager's nair is frame 3?
Yep.
Oh, wow. I thought it was frame 4. That's what it says on his shirt. What do I know?
You know, I wish every character just had all their frame data on their shirt.
That would be hard to read. That's a lot of frame data. Forward smash. Not going to kill this time. Lilat actually saving, but oh, hits him with it again. Panda shaking, nodding his head like, yep, 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 you got me. Over there on the side. Panda, very animated player when he's playing. Like, you'll see it occasionally. Also, his pop-offs are legendary when he does win. But Dan, not really looking to let Panda win here. Got a game lead, got a stock lead. Not falling for the up tilt ledge trap there that Panda really does love to throw out.
That can catch a neutral get up and roll get up pretty well, but the jump come into play here for Dan, sneaking by. When there isn't a tree on the ground, it's pretty easy to go for that jump get up when Villager plants himself on the corner. They have to hard commit to covering jump.
Villager throwing a little flood at Mario. It's always comical when you see that. That's like Dale Gribble
so
pocket.
Weird.
That's Dale Gribble pocket sand levels of jank.
Okay, going for just the third up air there.
Yeah, you want to be able to land there safely. You're at 119%. That's where you do the super jump punch, when he's way above you. Really smart there from Dan. Just recognizing where he's at. Although, unfortunate there. I don't know if he meant to roll, and the bowling ball certainly making him pay in the hardest way.
Cape coming out for that Lloyd rocket, just trying to keep Villager in the corner. Seeing that Villager did pocket the Mario fireball, that meant that Mario pretty much had a free Cape on the Lloyd rocket, and there's not really too much Panda could do about it. And there we saw Dan just wait for that bowling ball. Again, just wait for the... Knowing that that roll read is like a really easy way for Mario to die, the risk-reward management on that for Panda makes too much sense for him to not do it. So Dan just going to wait for it and then keep getting grabs.
Yep, now there's Villager fishing for a bowling ball, once again trying to end the game early. That probably would have killed Mario, even though he's only at 60.
That definitely would kill Mario. Although that definitely is going to kill Villager.
Yep, great up smash there from Dan, although they were just kind of trading haymakers until one hit. Dan being the one on the beneficial side. I would always want to trade haymakers with Villager, to be honest, if he was at a high percent, if I knew he could kill. Because Mario has such quick frames on a lot of his kill options. Forward smash doesn't come out the soonest, but up smash certainly comes out almost instantaneously. It's a scary move to have to deal with.
Back to Lilac here for game 3. It just really looks like Panda. I mean, he's going for the color change, going to the 1. I don't know what frame data that's supposed to be. I do not believe Villager has a frame 1 move. I want to say his jab is frame 2 or 3.
He's a huge Little Mac fan, so it's about Little Mac jab. Oh, you always get scared a little bit. Jeez, I just made the Midwest ope sound when I saw the balloons break, and I feel dirty.
That's how you know it's a Chicago stream, guys.
Let me just move out of your way here.
All right, super jump punch, so good at helping Mario get off the ledge in these situations.
Ooh. Oh, turnip. Could have spiked if they were in the wrong spot. Would have been the end. Panda looking way better this game than he did the first two. Which is something he needs, being down 2-0 in this game 3. Lloyd rockets everywhere.
Okay, that could have been a bowling ball. Okay, good mashing. Finding his way out of the down smash.
Yeah, I wish you couldn't mash as easily out of that, or that the animation was a little quicker on down smash. It'd be very helpful to Villager. It would be a whole new thing that he could do.
If it was just like Zero Suit down smash where it just went one direction instead of covering both ways, it'd be really easy to get the follow-up out of that. But I'm not a bounce center. And apparently you cannot super jump punch through the bowling ball.
It's definitely not that time. If it is possible, Dan did not time. All right, the tree getting some damage in. Dan looking a little flustered suddenly after the bowling ball hit him. He got hit by a tree. Going for the old school dunk. Haven't seen a good one out of him from those. He's just been keeping it consistent. He's been making longer runs.
Oh, Panda looks angry. You see him going for different reads while in the advantage state. But you're going to pay for another whip grab. That's the problem.
He threw his hands up in the air in real life when he got forward smash there. He knew it. He's been hit by so many of those this stock. Dan's so good at setting them up nowadays.
You know what Panda should do is instead of grabbing, like in situations where he would pay to grab, just wait for the spot dodge. That spot dodge has bought Dan so many stocks now with that forward smash on a grab with.
That's the difference between Panda being a former number 4, I believe, in his highest 4 or 5, and Dan being a former number 1. There's those little fundamental aspects. Where cross-up weight, you'll see Ned do it, you'll see Dan, Tyroid, JJ do it. I think that's still something Panda needs to learn, although that is trickier because it's a much more niche situation when you play a character like Villager.
And again, we talked about it a little bit after the Ned Tyroid set ended. It's not only about the willingness to not press a button, but also the composure. Panda just really likes those buttons, as we see. It's working out for him really well in this game. I believe this is game 3. I think that the score needs to be updated. Dan is up 2-0. Can't believe we made it 3 minutes in this game and I didn't notice that until just now. But
that's why I always say it at the beginning of the game, what the score count is, if that's ever the case.
Dan does not have a jump, and this might just be it.
Oh, yeah. Wow. Catches him with the turnip, and that is going to be it. So 2-1 now. We're going to get a game 4.
Panda turned up the gas, man. He was all about that. His Lilac pick was working. He was just keeping Mario at disadvantage.
All right, we'll see what we get out of this game 4.
Putting in great mix-ups in the advantage state. Back to Smashville.
Back to Smashville. Oh, man, I got a smile on my face suddenly.
Did you convince someone to buy you chicken nuggets?
No, I'm not convinced. Just somebody's getting them for me is all I need. Although the smile is off my face because the downgrade from going to a great stage like Lilac Cruise to a garbage stage like Smashville is beyond me. But I have very different stage opinions than I think pretty much the entire scene in this place.
Moving right along, as quick as possible. We're not going to linger on that thought. No, sir, not even for just a second.
Storm had to take his headphones off because he just didn't want to hear it. That's what you guys missed. As Dan, with a little bit of a decent lead here, these guys have just been doing their footsie thing. It's been pretty even. Multiple Lloyd Rock as Dan escaping to the taxi platform. This is just, I think, probably the best actual stage in the matchup for Mario because taxi platform takes away a lot of the specific movement of villager projectiles. That might be true for a lot of people.
Taxi platform is pretty good for villager when it's above the stage, though, because he can use the mix-ups with things like the bowling ball on there, with the dash attack throwing the pot across the stage. Not something you usually have access to.
Like so. You saw the bowling ball come out a couple of times there.
Dan just holding the ledge. Gonna win out on the shield versus shield exchange.
Runs up smashes. Just not having it right now.
And that's just the trouble here for Panda is when those grabs are working, you're cooking, man. But when those grabs aren't working, these punishes have been so strong in an even versus even exchange. Dan has lost, or we have to go back and count how many stocks Panda's lost at grabs. I think it's like 5.
Yeah, it's
4 or 5.
It's, yeah, around 4 by what I've counted. And just the number of times Dan has just gotten the hard read into smash attack is all of them. I think every stock he's taken has been that way. There hasn't been a back throw kill or a dunk kill yet, anyway.
And he's even able to just space perfectly, use Mario's drift to land more smash attacks like that. It's not an overly technical style of Mario play, but it's fundamentally very solid, and it has bought Dan an extremely large lead in this game 4.
Yeah, quite a bit of success so far. Dan looks, honestly, to me, better than ever, and he's been doing it that way. As he gets the follow-up on the teched dunk with a grab. That's just good reaction time, and that up smash, catching Panda Bair at the back hitbox frames. Dan gonna win this set 3-1 and move on to losers finals to face net.
The Mario smash does come out faster on the backside. That's why you see Mario's turn it around, doing things like reverse jump canceling the up smash. Comes out real quick on the backside, has intangibility the whole way through.
It also has
going to win
that
that trade.
Reach, that extra reach, too, is huge.
Yeah, it kind of tails off on the front end of Mario, but on the back end, it starts from, like, he basically reaches all the way down to, like, the bottom of his back. It just goes straight up